Let's start with the simplest method that most people are too scared to try. Ask for a raise. Seriously, when's the last time you asked your boss for more money? If the answer is never, you're leaving thousands of dollars on the table. Here's the thing. Most companies budget for raises. They expect people to ask. If you don't ask, they're not going to volunteer extra money. Why would they? They're running a business, not a charity. That budget they set aside for your raise? It's going to someone else who actually asked for it. The average raise in 2025 is somewhere around 3 to 4%. That's basically inflation, which means you're not actually getting ahead. But if you ask, and you make a good case, you can push that to 10 or 15%, or even more. On a $60,000 salary, that's an extra $6,000 to $9,000 per year. That's real money. Document your wins. Write down every project you crushed, every time you went above and beyond, every way you added value to the company. Then schedule a meeting with your boss. Don't ambush them randomly. Make it official. And when you're in that meeting, present your case like you're pitching a business deal, because that's exactly what it is. Don't make it emotional. Don't talk about how you need more money for rent or your car payment. Companies don't care about your personal expenses. They care about value. Show them the value you've provided, show them what you're worth in the market, and ask for what you deserve. If they say no, ask what you need to do to get a yes in 6 months. Get specific metrics. Turn their no into a roadmap. And if they still won't budge after you've met those metrics, start looking for a new job. Which brings us to the next method. Switch jobs. The fastest way to a real raise. Here's a fact that most people don't want to hear. The fastest way to increase your income is to switch jobs. Not in 5 years. Not eventually. Now. Loyalty doesn't pay anymore. Companies used to reward employees who stuck around for decades. Those days are gone. Studies show that people who switch jobs every 2 to 3 years earn 50% more over their career than people who stay at the same company. 50%. That's not a small difference. That's the difference between retiring comfortably and working until you're 70. Here's why it works. When you're hired from outside, companies have to compete for you. They have to offer you enough to leave your current job. But when you're already there, they only have to pay you enough to keep you from leaving. Those are two completely different numbers. So start applying. Update your LinkedIn, refresh your resume, and start taking interviews. Even if you're not sure you want to leave, take the interviews. See what's out there. See what you're worth. You might find out you're underpaid by $20,000 to $30,000 and not even know it. And here's a pro move. Once you get an offer, you can use it as leverage with your current employer. Not in a threatening way, but in a "hey, I got this offer, I'd like to stay but I need to be compensated fairly" kind of way. Sometimes they'll match it or beat it. Sometimes they won't. Either way you win. The best time to look for a job is when you already have one. You're not desperate. You can be selective. You can negotiate hard. That's when you have power. Use it. Start a side hustle. The internet has made this stupid easy. A side hustle isn't just for entrepreneurs anymore. It's basically required if you want to get ahead financially. The beauty of 2025 is that you can start making money online with basically zero upfront investment. Freelancing is the easiest entry point. If you can write, design, code, edit videos, manage social media, do literally anything that businesses need, you can sell that skill on platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, or Freelancer. The first gigs will suck. You'll get paid almost nothing. But you're building reviews, building a portfolio, and building skills. 6 months in, you could be making an extra $1,000 to $2,000 a month. A year in, you might be making more from your side hustle than your day job. Content creation is another path. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, podcasting, whatever platform fits your style. Yes, it's crowded. Yes, it's competitive. But people are still building audiences from zero and monetizing them. The key is consistency and finding a niche that isn't oversaturated. You're not going to become Mr. Beast overnight, but you can build a modest following that generates income through ads, sponsors, and affiliate marketing. E-commerce is still viable. You can dropship products without holding inventory. You can create print-on-demand designs and sell them on Etsy or your own Shopify store. You can buy stuff at thrift stores and resell it on eBay or Poshmark. People are making full-time incomes doing this stuff. Digital products are pure profit once you create them. Courses, ebooks, templates, presets, whatever you can create once and sell infinitely. If you're an expert at anything, package that knowledge and sell it. The market is there. The hardest part of a side hustle isn't the work, it's starting. Most people think about it for months or years and never actually do anything. Just start. Launch something imperfect and improve it along the way. Done is better than perfect. Invest in index funds. Boring, but it works. Let's talk about passive income. Real passive income, not the fake internet guru version. Investing in broad market index funds is the most boring, most proven way to build wealth over time. Here's how it works. You put money into an index fund like the S&P 500, which tracks the 500 largest companies in America. You're not picking individual stocks, you're buying a tiny piece of everything. When the market goes up, you make money. Over the long term, the market always goes up. The S&P 500 has averaged about 10% annual returns over the past several decades. Some years it's up 30%. Some years it's down 20%. But over 10, 20, or 30 years, it averages out to around 10%. That means your money doubles roughly every 7 years. If you invest $500 a month starting at age 25, by age 65, you'll have over $3 million. That's not a get-rich-quick scheme. That's math. That's compound interest, doing the work for you while you sleep. The key is to start now and be consistent. Don't try to time the market. Don't panic when it drops. Just keep buying every month, no matter what. When the market crashes, you're buying stocks on sale. When it's high, you're still buying because it's going higher long term. Max out your 401k if your employer offers one, especially if they match contributions. That match is free money. If you're not taking it, you're literally leaving money on the table. Then open a Roth IRA and max that out too. The contribution limit in 2025 is $7,000 if you're under 50. Do it. This isn't exciting. You're not going to get rich in a year, but you will get rich eventually. And that's better than most people can say. Learn a high-income skill. The best investment you can make. The best investment isn't stocks or real estate or crypto. It's yourself. Learning a high-income skill can 10x your earning potential, and in 2025, you can learn almost anything for free or cheap online. Software development is still one of the best high-income skills. Developers make $80,000 to $150,000 plus depending on their specialization and location. You can learn to code from free resources like Free Code Camp, the Odin Project, or Harvard's CS50 course. It takes 6 months to a year of dedicated study to become job-ready, and then you're in one of the most in-demand fields in the world. Sales is another high-income skill that most people overlook. Good salespeople make insane money, especially in industries like tech, pharmaceuticals, or real estate. Base salaries might be $60,000 to $80,000, but with commissions, top performers are making $200,000 to $500,000 plus. And you don't need a degree. You need to be good with people and willing to grind. Digital marketing is huge right now. Companies need people who understand SEO, paid advertising, email marketing, social media strategy. If you can prove you can drive traffic and convert that traffic into sales, you can name your price. Six-figure marketing roles are common, and freelance marketers charge $5,000 to $10,000 plus per month per client. Video editing is in high demand. Every content creator, every business, every brand needs video content. If you're skilled in Premiere Pro or Final Cut or DaVinci Resolve, you can charge $50,000 to $200 plus per hour. Full-time video editors make $60,000 to $100,000 plus easily. Copywriting is a skill that will never go out of style. If you can write words that sell, you're valuable. Direct response copywriters make $75,000 to $150,000 plus as employees, and freelance copywriters charge $500 to $5,000 plus per project depending on the scope. The pattern here is clear. Skills that directly make companies money are worth money. Figure out what skill aligns with your interests and aptitudes, then dedicate 6 months to a year to mastering it. Your income will reflect your effort. Rent out your stuff. Your assets should work for you. You own things. Those things are sitting around doing nothing most of the time. Make them work for you. This is the sharing economy, and you can make money from assets you already have. Rent out your car on Turo when you're not using it. People are making $500 to $1,500 per month, just letting their car sit in someone else's driveway. Yes, there's wear and tear. Yes, there's risk. But Turo has insurance, and if you run the numbers, it's usually worth it. Rent out a room in your house on Airbnb. If you've got a spare bedroom or a finished basement, that's cash flow sitting empty. Depending on your location, you could make $500 to $2,000 plus per month. Some people rent out their entire place when they travel and make enough to cover their rent or mortgage. Rent out your parking space if you live in a city. Apps like Spot Hero or Neighbor let you list your driveway or garage. If you're in a high-demand area near a stadium or downtown, you could make $100 to $500 per month from a parking space you weren't using anyway. Rent out your camera gear, power tools, camping equipment, whatever expensive stuff you own but don't use daily. There are platforms for renting basically everything now. That $2,000 camera you use twice a year? It could be making you $100 to $300 per month when you're not using it. The key is to think of your possessions as assets, not just things. Assets generate income. Things just sit there losing value. Turn your things into assets. Create content. Yes, it's saturated, but it still works. Everyone says content creation is oversaturated. They're right, it is. But people are still blowing up from 0 followers in 2025. The difference is, you can't just post random stuff and hope it works. You need strategy. Short-form content is still king. TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. The algorithm favors new creators because platforms want fresh content. You can literally post your first video today and get 100,000 views tomorrow if it hits. It's not common, but it's possible in a way it isn't on traditional platforms. The key is volume and iteration. you're not going to nail it with your first video or your 10th video. You need to post consistently, analyze what works, and adjust. Most successful creators posted hundreds of videos before they figured out their formula. You're not special. You won't be the exception. Put in the reps. Pick a niche you actually know something about. Finance, fitness, cooking, gaming, commentary, education, whatever. Just pick something and go deep. The riches are in the niches. A channel about general lifestyle content will go nowhere. A channel about budget meal prep for college students has a defined audience and can actually grow. Monetization comes from multiple sources: ad revenue, brand deals, affiliate marketing, selling your own products. Once you've got an audience, even a small one, you can monetize it. You don't need 1 million followers, you need 1,000 true fans who actually care about what you're putting out. The biggest mistake people make is quitting too early. They post for 3 months, don't see massive growth, and give up. 3 months is nothing. Give it a year of consistent effort before you decide it doesn't work. Most people quit right before they would have succeeded. Flip stuff. The oldest side hustle still works. Buying low and selling high is the foundation of every business ever. You can do it too, and you don't need much capital to start. This is arbitrage, and it's been working for centuries. Thrift store flipping is the easiest entry point. Go to Goodwill, find brand name clothes, vintage items, or anything underpriced, list it on eBay or Poshmark for what it's actually worth. People make thousands per month doing this. It's simple, it's physical, it works. Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist are gold mines. People sell stuff for way less than it's worth because they just want it gone. You buy it, clean it up if needed, take better photos, write a better description, and resell it for profit. Furniture, electronics, tools, whatever. There's always a market. Retail arbitrage is buying clearance items from stores and reselling them on Amazon or eBay for full price. Yes, it still works. Yes, people are making full-time incomes from it. You just need to know what to look for and how to price competitively. Domain flipping is buying domain names you think will be valuable and selling them later. It's speculative, but if you're good at predicting trends or finding brandable names, you can make serious money. Some domains sell for thousands or tens of thousands. Sneaker flipping and limited edition items are still profitable if you're willing to put in the work. You need to know the market, be ready to buy instantly when things drop, and have the capital to sit on inventory. But people are making 6 figures flipping sneakers and collectibles. The key to flipping is knowledge. You need to know what things are worth, where to find them cheap, and where to sell them for more. Pick a category, learn everything about it, and start small. Your first few flips might be for $20 or $30 profit. That's fine, you're learning. Scale from there. Negotiate everything. Most prices aren't actually fixed. Here's something most people don't realize. Almost everything is negotiable. Your bills, your subscriptions, your insurance, your debt. Most companies would rather give you a discount than lose you as a customer. Call your internet provider and tell them you're thinking about switching. Suddenly they've got a special promotion they can offer you. Call your insurance company and ask if there are any discounts you qualify for. They'll find some. Call your credit card company and ask for a lower interest rate. If you've been a good customer, they'll often do it. Medical bills are extremely negotiable. Hospitals and doctors bill insurance companies inflated rates and expect negotiation. If you're paying out of pocket, you can often get 30 to 50% off just by asking. Tell them you can't afford the full amount and ask what they can do. They'll work with you because something is better than nothing. Subscription services will often give you deals if you threaten to cancel. Spotify, Netflix, SiriusXM, whatever. They've got retention departments whose entire job is to keep you subscribed. Use that to your advantage. Negotiate your starting salary at every job. Most people accept the first offer. That's leaving money on the table. Companies expect negotiation. They've usually got room to go higher. Ask for 10 to 20% more than their initial offer. The worst they can say is no, and even if they don't meet your number, they'll usually come up some. The average person could save $2,000 to $5,000 per year just by negotiating their existing bills and expenses. That's money you're already spending. You're just paying less for it. It takes a few phone calls and a willingness to ask. That's it. Sell your knowledge. You know more than you think. You're an expert at something. Maybe you don't think of yourself that way, but you are. You know things that other people want to learn. Package that knowledge and sell it. Online courses are still massively profitable. Platforms like Teachable, Thinkific, or even just hosting on your own website make it easy to create and sell courses. If you can teach someone a skill that helps them make money, lose weight, find love, or solve any real problem, they'll pay for it. Coaching and consulting are high-ticket offers. Instead of selling a $50 course to 1,000 people, sell a $5,000 coaching package to 10 people. Same revenue, way less complexity. If you're good at what you do and can get people results, coaching can make you 6 figures with a relatively small client base. Write an ebook and self-publish on Amazon. You don't need a traditional publisher. You can publish directly to Kindle and start earning royalties immediately. Most ebooks don't make much money, but some make thousands per month. The best part is it's passive. You write it once, it sells forever. Start a paid newsletter or membership community. Substack, Patreon, whatever platform works for your content. If you can provide consistent value to people, they'll pay a few dollars a month. Get 100 paying subscribers at $10 per month. That's $1,000 per month. Get 1,000 subscribers, that's $10,000 per month. Speaking gigs and workshops can pay extremely well. If you've got expertise in a business or professional area, companies will pay you thousands to come speak to their team or run a training workshop. Build a reputation as an expert, and the speaking opportunities will come. Invest in real estate. Not as hard as you think. Real estate has created more millionaires than probably any other investment vehicle. It's not just for rich people. You can start with way less than you think. House hacking is the easiest entry point. Buy a multifamily property with an FHA loan, only 3.5% down. Live in one unit, rent out the others. Your tenants pay your mortgage. You're living for free or close to it. After a year you can move out, rent your unit too, and the property is cash flowing. Repeat every year and build a portfolio. REITs, real estate investment trusts, let you invest in real estate without buying property. You're buying shares of companies that own property. They pay dividends, usually 3 to 6% annually. It's like owning real estate without being a landlord. You can start with as little as $100 on platforms like Fundrise or Realty Mogul. Airbnb arbitrage is renting properties and subletting them on Airbnb for more than you're paying in rent. Yes, you need landlord permission. Yes, it's work, but people are making $2,000 to $5,000 plus per month in profit per property doing this. Wholesaling is finding distressed properties, getting them under contract and selling that contract to an investor for a fee. You never actually buy the property, you're a middleman. Some wholesalers make $5,000 to $30,000 per deal. It requires hustle and knowing your local market, but it needs almost no capital. Real estate isn't passive at first. It requires work, knowledge, and dealing with tenants and maintenance. But once you've got systems in place, it becomes more passive, and the wealth-building potential is enormous. Real estate appreciates, tenants pay down your mortgage, you get tax benefits. It's a wealth-building machine if you do it right. Build a business, the only real path to wealth. Let's be real, all these other methods can help you make more money, but if you want to be actually wealthy, not just comfortable, you need to build a business. Trading time for money has a ceiling. Building a business that operates without you has unlimited potential. The easiest business to start in 2025 is a service business. You sell your expertise to solve problems for other people or companies. Consulting, agency work, done-for-you services. The margins are high because it's just your time and knowledge. No inventory, no overhead. E-commerce businesses are more complex but can scale bigger. You're selling physical or digital products. The margins are usually lower than services, but you can reach way more customers. Automation is easier. You can build something that eventually runs without you. SaaS, software as a service, is the dream if you can build it. Recurring revenue, high margins, scalable, but it requires technical skills or money to hire developers. It's not the easiest path, but it's one of the most lucrative if you solve a real problem. Content businesses are building an audience and monetizing it through ads, sponsors, products, whatever. This is what I'm doing right now. It takes time to build, but once you've got an audience, you've got an asset that prints money. The key to any business is solving a real problem for real people. Don't build something because you think it's cool. Build something because people actually need it and will pay for it. Validate your idea before you invest serious time and money. Most businesses fail. That's just reality. But the ones that succeed can make you more money than you'd ever make working for someone else. The risk is higher, but so is the reward. And in 2025, starting a business has never been cheaper or easier. And if you found this helpful, smash that like button and subscribe because we've got a lot more content coming on how to actually build wealth.